Hi there everybody, great to be with you again. So next stream is going to be on Thursday the 15th at 3:30. Okay, that's next one is on Thursday. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Ginsberg reminded me today is Pancake Day, Shrove Tuesday. Today it's traditional to eat pancakes in the UK. So hi there to everybody. Hi to Oksana. Hi to Yuri. Hi to Patricia. Hi there Jake. Hi Vitali. Hi Bogdan. And hi to Renyard. And to Ginsberg, and to Sharon Williams, and to anybody else we might have with us. So great to be with you all. And let's see, I've got to go. I'm going to have to go exactly on time today, and I might have to rush off in the middle. But here we go. So let's see. We were looking at an article about measurement of pain, how to measure pain, how to decide how much pain somebody is feeling. So there are several applicants, candidates, bidders, challengers for biomarkers. So biomarkers was a suggested way of measuring pain, that you could measure some bodily thing that told you how much pain there was. Hi Jason Tate, lovely to see you. So Renyard goes for challengers and Vitali goes for candidates. Let's see what the rest of you are going to say. Candidates for Bogdan. So, applicants, candidates, bidders, challengers for biomarkers. Candidates for Oksana as well. Okay, so bidders is normally in an auction or in a tender process. Applicants, normally applicants is for a job, Manisco. So there were several applicants for the job. Peers. But maybe they're of different level. Ginsberg goes for candidates as well. A challenger is normally somebody who is competing. A challenger is somebody who could win a competition. But a challenger is normally a person. Yeah, Patricia's gone for candidates as well. Very definitely a candidate. So there are various different candidates for biomarkers. These are the possible ones to choose. Peers doesn't quite work because maybe they are different level. Volunteers. No, a volunteer needs to be a person. There are several candidates, several possibles for biomarkers. Hi Sharon, lovely to see you. And researchers in Indiana have developed a blood test to identify when a very specific set of genes involved in the body's reply, response, feedback, return to pain is activated. Researchers in Indiana have developed a blood test to identify when a very specific set of genes involved in the body's reply, response, feedback, return to pain is activated. Hi Aditya, lovely to see you. So we've got response from Vitali, we got response from Bogdan, response from Oksana, response from Aditya, response from Ginsberg, response from Renyard. Hi Sherwin, response from Sherwin, and response from Jake. So And response from Sharon. Reaction, Bogdan says, is good. Response for Patricia. Okay, a reply. You reply to somebody. Yeah. Yes, you can forward a couple of audio clips, Jason, without problem. Okay, so the response to pain, the response to a stimulus, yes. Feedback is I think is afterwards. Feedback is normally talking about information after the fact, and return, no, it's definitely response to pain. Okay, response to stimuli. I think that's a very good definition, Patricia. So, levels of these biomarkers could indicate not only that someone is in pain, but how grave, severe, stern, austere it is. Hi, Sarapara. Great to have you. Is activated, is triggered, is brought on. Yes, good, very good, Vitali. So levels of these biomarkers could indicate not only that someone is in pain, but how grave, severe, stern, austere it is. So if somebody's austere, they spend very little money. Austerity is talking about money. Sternness is talking about telling somebody off, to be very serious and to give somebody a stern warning. Grave, somebody is gravely ill, is seriously ill. Banner and Ginsberg and Sharon. Severe for Jake and Aditya. Sorry, I've got to go. I'll be back with you in a second. Es correcto. Mira, quería renovar mis medicinas, mis prescripciones. Y una pregunta con eso, la farmacéutica dice que algo sobre la Pradaxa, que dice que lo que tengo en mi tarjeta no era correcto. No está validado y normalmente lo voy pagando yo, sí. Sí, exactamente. No, yo estoy muy contento que ha bajado de precio. Sí, que ha bajado de 90 a 45. Claro. Sí, no lo sé. Sí, que lleva ahí tiempo. Sí, exactamente. Bueno, perfecto. Muchísimas gracias, Venga. Hi people, sorry about that. Are we back? Okay, so hi. So I'm sorry everybody. I had to answer that. Okay, so the answer to the previous one was severe. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's continue with the next one then. Yes, I think I am connected again. Oh, this is quite a big one. So accept my apologies for that interruption. And copy again. Okay, so brain activity could be another useful biomarker. Saab and his team, while he was still at Brown University, devised an approach which measures the ebb, wane, decay, sink, dwindle, and flow of a type of brain activity known as theta waves, which the team found were elevated during pain. This is still too big. 28 would be better. Okay. Okay, so thank you. So Cutsleeve says severe. Okay, so ebb and flow for Vitali. Grave and severe. Okay, so something that is severe is intense, whereas something that is grave is serious. Grave implies that it has very serious consequences. Something that's severe just says intense. Acute pain for the previous one, definitely. I think acute would work quite nicely. But how acute it is, definitely acute. Okay, so ebb and flow for Vitali, ebb and flow for Oksana, ebb and flow for Ginsburg, ebb for Sharon, ebb and flow for Aditya, ebb and flow for Bogdan, ebb for Patricia. No, it was the doctor. So to ebb, to decrease, to go down. So ebb for Cutsleeve, ebb and flow for Renyard. So the tide comes up, and it comes up, and then it ebbs. To ebb is to go back, to decrease. Yeah. Groovy with a double O, Yuri. Okay, so ebb. To ebb is to slowly go down. My energy ebbs as the day goes on. My enthusiasm ebbed. So, severe. So, severe. severe. Severe, acute, yes. Yes, Renyard. Hi, Susanta. So, to ebb and flow, definitely. Okay, ebb and flow. Yes, the ebb and flow of something. It's a good phrase. And Saab also found that administrating, delivering analgesics reduced theta activity to normal levels. No, I just had to renew my prescriptions. Yeah. So Saab also found that administrating, delivering analgesics reduced theta activity to normal levels. I'm as ill as I ever am. I'm fine. So, grave suggests a dignified seriousness due to heavy responsibilities or care. Like somebody might look grave, a judge, for example. Okay, so analgesics. Analgesics are painkillers. So administering, administrating, delivering. Okay, so we've got administering for Bogdan, administering for Oksana, administering for Vitali. Okay, so you administer a medicine. That's it, Aditya. Good, Aditya. Administering. So, Jake, this is not doing. This is using, giving. To give a medicine to somebody. Injecting is the point. To administer. Yeah, you administer a medicine to somebody. Okay, in this case, it could be injecting, but it could be a pill as well that you swallow. His life ebbing from him. A mortally wounded person ebbing to go away slowly. It's a good example, Reynard. So, administering. You administer a medicine. You administer a cure. Okay. Delivering. Delivering talks about sending things to different places. Yeah. A delivery company. So UPS is a delivery company. Administering and administering for Reynard and Ginsberg. Prescribe, no, because to prescribe, Bogdan, is to write the medicine, officially write down a paper saying the medicine that a person needs. To administer is to actually give the medicine to the person. So, for example, the doctor prescribes the medicine and the nurse administers it. Yeah, administer is to say what is needed. So to prescribe is to say what is needed. To administer is actually to give the medicine to the person. The team's work. So hi Lando Kalani, great to have you. Ebb and flow, fluctuations, good. So implementing, yes, Sherwin. So the team's work has since been independently simulated, recurred, reflected, replicated by other labs. We got replicated by Oksana and Bogdan. Hey, thank you Deepak. It's lovely to see you. Wow, thank you Deepak. It's really great to have you. So replicated, yes. Replicated for Sharon and Aditya and Vitali. Administer is supply, is to put in place. Replicated for Reynard. Thank you again, Deepak. Lovely that's really kind of you. I haven't delivered my ice cream. No, but I have prescribed it, Patricia. High Upcycle Club, that's really good. So, and Typhor as well. Replicated for Ginsberg. Simulated by other labs. Has been independently simulated. We normally use the word replicated. Yeah, to replicate is to do it exactly, because simulate talks about similar, whereas replicate talks about copy exactly. Replicated as in copied, mimicked, yes, whereas a simulation is not 100% the same. Thank you, Deepak. You are so kind, Deepak. Okay, so replicated by other labs. And let's continue. However, Saab sees theta wave based assessment, valuation, consideration, sizing of pain as an add-on rather than a replacement to current methods of measuring pain. Thank you, Deepak. You're so generous and so constant as well, Deepak. Repeated, yes. Okay, the work has been repeated. It's been replicated. That I think that's quite good, Andrei Polinov. So his assessment for Bogdan, assessment for Jake, assessment for Vitali, assessment for Aditya. With the batting of the eyelids. Assessment for Oksana. Assessment for Reynard. Okay, Saab sees theta wave based assessment. Assessment, very definitely. Assessment of pain. Yes. Okay, assessment for Sharon, for AK, and for cut sleeve. Assessment as in evaluation. Yes, Lando, definitely. Of a Maharaja. So, valuation is talking about money. Consideration. It's talking about how you think about things. Sizing, making things the right size. Assessment for Ginsburg. Yes. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, let's see. You in this that he's saying that this way to assess, to work out how much pain someone is suffering, is an extra. Assessment or evaluation. Yes. We will never be able to know for sure, unmistakably, decidedly, doubtlessly, by all means, how someone feels, be it pain or another mental state, says Saab. Yes, thank you, Deepak. Absolutely, you're a star, Deepak. An upcycle club, you deserve it for what you did the other day. So Jake goes for sure, Vitali goes for sure, Bogdan for sure, Aditya for sure, and Oksana for sure. So by all means, this is saying you're welcome to do something if you want it. So if you're ever near where I live, by all means come and stay with me. By all means use this clip. By all means it's saying please do something. I give my permission for you to do it. It's not a problem if you do something. For sure for Oksana, for sure for Sharon. Definitively, for sure. We will never definitively know. Good, Vitali. For sure. By all means is slightly different, because by all means certainly. It's not a problem. Can we use appraisal in the previous case? Appraisal, yes you can, Renya, definitely. Knew it for sure. Good, Jake. For sure for Renya. For sure for Patricia. For sure. Deepak is a very generous person. Yes, he is. I would say that absolutely. I would consider Deepak a friend as well. So we will never be able to know for sure how someone feels. And the verbal report, news, recount, detail of the patient should always remain as the ground truth for pain. Unmistakably. We will never need to be able to know unmistakably how someone feels. I think it probably fits Susanta. I think unmistakably fits, but I think it's better. Wow, thank you, Upcycle. I think it's better for sure. Thank you again, Upcycle. That is really generous of you. Wow, thank you, Upcycle. So the verbal report, to recount, the verbal recount, he recounted. No, it's the verbal report. It's the report. Recount. You recount a story. You tell a story after something has happened. Wow. So we've got report for Jake, recount for Oksana, report for Bogdan, recount for Vitali, recount for Aditya. Hi Nad, nice to have you. Recount for AK, report for Nad, report for Sherwin. Yeah, report or recount, one is good. Recount as in retelling events, but it's events. Yeah. The verbal recount, but recount is normally a verb to recount something. He recounted the story, but a recount is to count again. So the voting was very close and the president demanded a recount. It's a report. Ooh, so green. This one is green stripe. Is this white stripes who's changed the picture? So recount is verbal detail. The verbal report. This is the report. It's the report. We got report for Patricia and we got report for Sharon as well. The verbal report. News definitely not. Recount doesn't work. Feedback alert. Recount. We need the rest of it, Vitali. The verbal detail. I think the verbal details with an S, but the verbal report. Yeah, the verbal account of the patient. Verbal account would work. The verbal report of the person. It's such a subjective topic. Yes, exactly. And that's the point. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you did green stripe. And that's why you've gone from white. Okay, I got it now. You've gone from white to green white stripes. Now I get it. Yeah. You have the full support of the imaginary Maharaja and family. Okay, and whoops, it's just too big. And here's the next one. Report, the verbal report. Okay, so Hi Lionheart report. The verbal account. Yes, Susanta. The verbal account. But a recount of somebody's experiences. I would use recount for numbers. Okay, I view, figure, expect, envision. This being used as an adjunct diagnostic, especially in cases where the verbal report is unreliable. Children, adults with altered mental states, non-communicative patients. Oh, okay, so I view. Bogdan has gone for view. Oksana has gone for expect. Daddy's okaying, then it's perfect. Envision for white stripes. Envision for Vitali. Expect for Jake. Envision for Bogdan. AK goes for view. Envision for Renyard. Sherwin goes for figure. Expect for Jackingbird. Figure for Sherwin. Expect for Aditya. Envision is also good. I view this being. Look at the structure. Envision for Ginsberg. Envision for Susanta. Envision for Sharon. So, here. A breakthrough, it's envision. Look at the grammar. So I envision this being used. Very nice grammar. I expect this to be used as. I figure this, figure's very informal. I view this, but no, I view says my opinion. An extra diagnostic test, an extra way to say what is wrong. I expect it to be used, yes, Bogdan. Adjunct in addition to, it's white stripes, thank you, white stripes. Adjunct means additional, yes. An extra. So I view this as being, I view this being used as an adjunct, as an extra. I envision definitely. I believe this will be used. I envision this being used as an adjunct. Okay, and let's try another. Altered mental state is the way that your mind is changes. Having perhaps a mental problem or a change in the way your mind works, your brain is working. Saab makes a discrepancy, disparity, distinction, divergence between acute pain, which functions as an alarm, in which case we should not be ignoring it, and chronic pain. Thank you, Upcycle, that is so generous. So thank you, Deepak, and thank you, Upcycle, again. Okay, so this distinction for Oksana, discrepancy for Bogdan. Your imaginary daddy will do anything to buy off unhappiness. Distinction for Vitali, discrepancy for Jake. Distinction for Dewart, distinction between. Distinction for White Stripes. Upcycle is such a Samaritan, absolutely, Sherwin. Distinction for Aditya is distinction for cut sleeve. Envision, it has some kind of future expectation. Yes, envision is what you see happening in the future. The green uprising, I love it, White Stripes. Distinction, as in differentiation. Yes, distinction for Sharon and Lando. Distinction for Renyard. Distinction for Ginsburg and... nah, it's spring. Hi, spring for Oksana. That's probably good because it'll start to melt. So, distinction. Okay. A distinction for Upcycle as well. Distinction for AK. A discrepancy is a big difference, a difference between two things. I should have 20 and I've only got 10. Discrepancies talking about wrong number. Yeah. Okay, there is a discrepancy is talking about a difference because there is a mistake. A disparity is a very large difference between two things. To make a distinction between, this works very nicely. Same as a little dilemma. So a discrepancy means something is wrong. You don't make a discrepancy, you find a discrepancy. There is a disparity exists. A disparity is a large difference between. A divergence means two things go in different directions, whereas you make a distinction between two things. Envision, imagine. So, one man's recount of his battle with cancer, meaning an act or instance of giving an account or an event or an experience. I guess it's possible, Vitali, but I would want one man's story. I wouldn't normally use a recount like this as a noun, but I guess I would accept. Buy off unhappiness. Okay. Saab distinguishes between. He makes a distinction between these two things. Okay, one more, and then this is going to be the last one. Okay, absolutely. Funda, lovely to have you. So, yeah, Upcycle Club and Deepak are both generous people, absolutely. Sometimes a closer analysis of the injury or condition causing the pain could help to make antidotes, panaceas, processing, treatments, aid better and fairer. So, sometimes a closer analysis of the injury or condition causing the pain could help to make antidotes, panaceas, processing, treatments, aid fairer and better. So, we've got treatments from Nad, treatments from Dewash, treatments from Sherwin, treatments from Jake, treatments from Bogdan. Okay, distinction in the previous one, yes, Lionheart. Treatment for cut sleeve. Mending. No, because mending talks about repairing of an item, something that is broken. You mend an object that's broken. Okay, lovely to have you, Reynard. Hope to see you on Thursday. Virus in the antidote. No, it's not an idiom. Treatments for Oksana. Panacea is used metaphorically. Panacea is something that cures everybody. Panaceas don't exist. Jackingbird goes for processing. Well, but you process information, Jackingbird. Yeah? Here we're talking about treatments. To make treatments generally, Jake, it could be treatments singular or treatments plural. Treatments are the ways of treating something, Jake. Treatments for AK, treatments for Aditya, treatments for Ginsburg, for Patricia, for Sharon. Make processing fairer. I understand what you're saying about processing. I think make treatments fairer. Viruses, AK, could help make rehabilitation better and fairer. I quite like that, Jake. No silver bullet. No, there's going to be no silver bullet. Okay, viruses. A panacea is something that cures everything. So, my grandmother says that orange juice is a panacea for everything. A panacea is something that cures everything, that makes everything better. To render treatments more effective and egalitarian. Yes. Okay. Okay, so in this case, a panacea is something that cures all problems. The government is looking for a panacea to crime. Something that cures crime, that suddenly there's no more crime anymore. It pan everything. It cures everything. Okay, I'm going to stop there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming. It's been really nice having you. Let me put this here. Thank you to Upcycle, and thank you to Dewash. And thank you to Um, I, we've lost it. To Deepak, that was it. Sorry, and thank you to Deepak. It's been very kind of both of you. Thank you all for coming. It's been great having you. So let's see. Next stream is tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Is on Thursday, which is the 14th of February at 3:30. No, Thursday the 15th of February at 3:30 p.m. UK time. So Thursday the 15th at 3:30 p.m. That's perfect. So thank you all for coming. It's been great having you all. So let's see. Thank you to Aditya, thank you to AK, thank you to Ginsberg, thank you to Bise Daniel, thank you to Bogdan, thank you to Dewash, thank you to Jackingbird, thank you to Jake, thank you to Lando, thank you to Manisco, thank you to Nad, thank you to Oksana, thank you to Patricia, thank you to Renyard, thank you to Sharon, thank you Sherwin, Susanta, a special thank you to Upcycle, thank you to Yuri, and thank you to Vitali. It's been great being with you. Aloha Ginsberg. So thank you all for coming. It's been great having you. So stay safe, look after yourselves, and I hope to see you all